welcome to our evening update. So how you guys doing? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on wherever it is you're watching us from. So I hope you can see me clearly and you hear me clearly. So let's proceed to the evening news. So the biggest news of the night and the fact say Granit XHAKA, one of our midfielders, don't come as second the one in teammates. Gonna let them know say last season we went to Newcastle and Newcastle destroyed us. So for that reason, we need to take them very, very serious. Newcastle they fly very, very high this season. Like it's something that is visible. Everybody know it. Gets see the way they take knack Tottenham Hotspur now 6 something. I be how many them play them because so to show say for home St James Park it will be a tough game and all their players on the back. Callum Wilson they play, Alexander Isak they get many players. And don't forget that Newcastle have the best defense in the league. So I mean, I don't forget all these things. So for that reason, now make XHAKA they do the rallying call. Let everybody know say, thank God say we don't hit form now. We say we just beat Chelsea like we don't come out of our bad patch. So moving forward, they look say okay, we can play well. And to make matters worse, not say Man City they play this night. They go play West Ham. So after Man City play West Ham, then on Saturday Man City go still play by 3 o'clock. They go first us play again, which means if them depending on what happen today, Man City go still play again on Saturday. They go first us play. So before you know the gap between we and Man City, if them win this match today now, come win their match on Saturday before we play, the gap go don turn to like 4 points because if they win today, they go dey 1 point ahead of us. Then if they can't go win, I think they are playing Leeds on Saturday. If they can't win, they'll call the 4 point ahead of us. So the pressure fit dey on us to play Newcastle. So depending on what Man City play today, get if they go draw today now, they go dey 1 point behind us. Get so if they can't go win that next one, they'll come just dey 2 point ahead of us. So more just watch how everything will go down. But the crux of the matter na the fact say Newcastle is an exciting side. Like if they give manager of the season, I will not be surprised if they give Eddie Howe, because how do you take Newcastle, a relegation threatened team, and bring them back, just bring them to Champions League, something they know if dream in donkey years. They can never dream it again because of the money they don't infuse inside the team. So it is what it is. They are where they are now because of money, and they bought the right players. Nobody see them buy like household names like that, but they bought decent players and they have a manager that knows how to manage players. So at the end of the day, we say great accolades. Like give them their flowers. They really try. So we'll see how the match will be. I think we are playing Newcastle next, and then be our own next match. So I would like to see how it will be, because when you check the reverse fixture at the Emirates, Newcastle come here, they abandoned their attacking playing style and came to pack the bus. Now then start all those gang up, they go play 2 players, playing gang up on Saka, 2 players gang up on Martinelli, all those kind of things. Now then run them. So now they will playing at the St James Park. So I'm gonna know whether like the same tactics then go deploy. So we'll just watch as it go be. So for the media setting, so I think I'm going to make one statement, a declarative statement, because say players will leave at the end of the season. Like he was going to make tough decisions. Get players will leave, some staff members will leave. Say not normal. Say at the end of the season you have to do a reset and check your stock. Get know those way they're good, okay to go to the next level. You keep them. Those way believe say their quality is not okay for what we have here. Now normal. Ever since I don't come at the end of the season, some kind names. They tell them they find their square roots. They cut them. You get they change the average to good players. You get that's what they do at the end of every season. I will not be surprised if the same thing repeats itself this season. You get even people like Granit XHAKA. You get if they see another better, like what Oga Frank we talk. He say the problem we ask get be say we dey buy player for cover. You get if we want to buy player, we're supposed to buy player we say they go dey good to play in the first 11. You get but the problem with that philosophy is that those players that are good to play in the first 11, would they be happy to stay on the bench? Would they be happy to join you and sit on your bench? That is the major question. Like this Mark Guehi now, who they play for Crystal Palace. The guy is a very good CB. You get the buy him from Chelsea, because you know if he break into Chelsea first 11, don't play for Newcastle, for Crystal Palace very well for him position. So now asking him to come to the Emirates Stadium and stay on the bench, it will be a tough ask. So we'll just see how it go be. But as long as you can pay them very well, some players go actually they willing to come and stay there. So away from what's in Ateta they talk, so I'm happy to tell you that Tony Adams has been inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame. You get Tony Adams is one of the legendary Arsenal defenders. You get so the guy he started Arsenal when he was 17. He got his debut The guy played very, very well. He played 10 seasons for Arsenal. He retired, I think, 2002. Me, I no go lie for you, I no really watch plenty of Tony Adams game because when I start to watch Arsenal that kind of 2003 thereabout because of Kanu Nwankwo, I was a supporter of Bolton. I was with JJ Okocha, but all of a sudden I can't switch allegiance, can't go follow Kanu. Kanu don dey Arsenal for long before I came in. So that's why I no really watch most of all this Invisible. Even though I watched that season, I watched the season for Arsenal, but I was not an Arsenal supporter. I was a Bolton supporter. So now later 2003, I supported Arsenal. So now so me I just switch. So that I did very, very small. We would follow us from our senior Egban Dugbo. We go watch for. So now so I did very happy for Tony Adams. Some other Arsenal legends have been nominated, but nobody of them then votes for, nobody of them win to enter there. So at the end of the day, I'm very happy for him. He don't join the likes of Arsene Wenger. We don't join the Hall of Fame, don't join the likes of Thierry Henry. I think Beckham, Vieira. I think those three already did there again. So nice one for him. So if you see the requirements to join this Hall of Fame, you know easy. Go score. If you be striker, go score like 100 goals. Go be like 100. If you keep like 100 clean sheets. The requirements maybe tomorrow show for the broadcast. I go do the research because I saw it when I was reading it. I look at all of them for it, but the thing it tough. It tough. You know easy. To enter Hall of Fame, to be eligible, not to enter, to be eligible to be voted for. Easy. So away from that, for those who know they are aware, so Sam Allardyce is the new coach of Leeds United. So Baba don't come and say, call the talk tough. Call the talk say when it comes to footballing brain, say in get brain like Arteta, in get brain like Pep, in get brain like Klopp. You get see the difference. We say then they manage big team, in they manage small team. So they don't give them the mission to save Leeds United with this 17th position. And the difference between 17, 18, 19, some of them are just goal difference, same points. You get so Babako talk say they go start their task, for Man City. Say he go try all him best to go to Man City because they're playing at the Etihad on Saturday 3 p.m. to go there and collect a result. So this declarative statement we make, now something called they make me the happy. So okay, the guy they willing to go there and fight. At least we will say the fight title, they keenly interested in seeing the outcome. Because Babako talk say it is not mission impossible because Brentford has done it before. Brentford beat Man City now. So Brentford has done it. Nottingham Forest has done it. Then collect points for that. So them doing it should not shock everybody. So they will try go there and go and see how themselves go do. And so not just the watch. Anything can happen. That football. That is why it is so. So let's see how all these things take place because myself I go deeply interested in seeing how everything goes. So away from that, so Ian Wright also don't come outside on the talk say for this season. Just they play like this now. Say man of the match, now Odegaard. Say Odegaard then go give the man of the match. And Baba can give, not really man of the match, like player of the season, not man of the match, player of the season. He go give Odegaard. Say because the guy don't dey very, very consistent. In short, before the Odegaard saga, do you know that Arsenal are the only club in the top 5 leagues where we say they don't get 4 players in double digits when it comes to goals? People like Gabriel Jesus don't score 10 goals, Martinelli 15 goals, Odegaard 14 goals, Saka like 13 goals. Like all these guys have been consistent. Especially that Odegaard. Why in single out Odegaard is the fact that Odegaard has scored 14 goals and made 8 assists in this season with about 4 games to go. So for him, the player of the season contention for be between Saliba, Odegaard, and maybe Bukayo Saka, but Saka on the falter. Saka they lose form at the wrong time when we needed him the most. Is losing form. Saliba get injury, so Saliba has been out now for long now. So we are missing his impact. But Odegaard has been steadfast. He has been consistent. He has been there delivering the goods to Arsenal. You know what it means to be a captain? Fantastic. He's not that vocal in the field of play. You know the person will say, you go come outside, they shout, hey, do this, hey, like all those Tony Adams there. Him, it's very quiet, good. Now XHAKA will be in deputy, now be the person they vocal, all those Zinchenko then, and then they vocal. But for him, just they quiet, they run things, they score, they assist, they display, they dominance in matches. Say from this guy doing this thing from the beginning of the season up till now, say no, not to anybody want tell him. Say this guy. Now, if Nayan the deal, the power deal, say that this guy will give that player of the season because it really wants it to get despite wherever we end at the end of the season. So the biggest news of the night by the Arsenal lovers is the fact that Granit Xhaka is coming out and giving warning. They tell the player, say last season we were back. Newcastle dominated us from the beginning of the match to the ending. They were more physical than us. They had the desire to win. They wanted it the more. We went there and capitulated like a pack of cards. So for that reason, we must not go there and do the same thing and give the same showing. this should be a different Arsenal where the people will have, well, let's say we'll never know the backline will carry go, whether we'll be playing with a Rob Holding and Jacob Kivior or Jacob Kivior and Gabriel Magalhaes. We never really know. So as time they go, everything will be more clearer. So I believe say the players, they don't discuss all these things for the dressing room. Say this match is very, very pivotal to our title ambition. Whether we still have an ambition, I don't really know. After the Newcastle match, they will go no, because Newcastle now be really the stumbling block. Apart from Newcastle, who else do we have? Maybe a Brighton. Apart from that, sure, we will collect maximum point for Newcastle. Almost some people go dey very, very optimistic because Manchester City, anything can still happen. We never really know. So let's just keep watching. So my dear Arsenal lovers, this is the evening news. So till I come your way tomorrow, again, guys. Thanks for tuning in.